Hey, good morning, everyone. It is Saturday, January the 18th, 2020, and we've made it about halfway through January. And I want to know how many of you are still doing your New Year's resolutions, if that's what you call it, or your goals for 2020. How many of you are still sticking to it? How many have made goals and fallen off already, and how many didn't make goals at all? Email me at steven@middlemanconsulting.com. I'd really like to use those to study a little bit. Next is my goals. I didn't really make New Year's resolutions. I started in about early November deciding what I wanted to change in 2020, what I liked about what I did in 2019 and what I didn't like. And so far I've been able to stick to those goals pretty hard, to the point where people think I'm somewhat obsessed. The people that are around me all the time think that I'm a little obsessed with it, which means I'm doing well at it. So next is the book, In the Mud. I'm writing every day, so it's coming along nicely. It's going to take some time for me to write the book, and then I'm going to have to read it a couple of times to make sure that I've corrected the obvious errors and fixed things to where they sound like I wanted it to sound and not just some crazy stuff. That's the way it happens sometimes when you write a book. And so my book that I've already written and edited and copyrighted, 30 Days and Change. If you'd like to read that book, email me, steven@middlemanconsulting.com, and I will send you the ugly version that I have now. I'm working on getting it printed, but for now, it is basically a PDF document. And I've gone as far as the copyright, but I don't have the pretty version yet. Next, the banking that we talked about last week was supposed to be finalized early this week, and that didn't happen. So I've got phone calls in to my banker, or at least to my representative, and hopefully early next week I'll get an answer out of them. So they're either busy or they're trying to see how hard I'll push this, or they're inefficient. And I've come to the conclusion that they're just busy, but either way my response is still the same, and that is to call until somebody answers me and gives me what I want to know. There is no other way at this point other than stopping in at the bank, and that's my last resort. So, with that being said, that's the status on the banking. It's just a slow process, especially whenever you initiate it right before the holidays. All right, moving on. Somebody asked me recently why I do these videos in this blog. And there's a couple of easy answers I'm going to throw out there, and some other ones that are kind of complicated, and I don't want to get into that. But the main reason is I want to help. One of the things I do all the time is try to help people. That's why do I do that, is because people have helped me for no reason my whole life. So that's what we do. And if that's not what you're doing, then that's probably something you should add to your routine. Help people. And that's one of the ways I can do it, is through these videos and blogs. And next is I want to be a better speaker, a better public speaker. And one of the ways I can do that is to go back and watch these videos. And I've decided that I'm going to do 2 versions of this video at the most, and then I'm putting it out there. So if you guys see it and it's horrible, it's a first go around or a second go around at the best if I really messed it up. And it just is what it is. Y'all just have to bear with me or make fun of me or whatever you got to do. But this is the way I'm going to push myself to get better at this. And hopefully one day these are pretty interesting. All right, And that's it for today. I hope everybody has a great weekend, and thanks for watching.